Hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Amanda and I love crafting, shopping, decor and makeovers. Thanks for tuning in. We are back in the dollhouse today for part 2 of my attic bedroom office renovation for 2024. Just showing you here how the dollhouse looked when I started my renovation this year. So in the attic was full of all the garden paraphernalia that I left stored in there from last year's makeover of the rooftop garden. I had the bedroom and the bathroom on the middle floor, and then downstairs I had the kitchen, living room, and I've sort of took some things out here so it's ready to move. You can see also the office area was in the living room, but it was really just a desk area. So I thought, well, if I move the office upstairs, I can make more of an office area. So I cleared everything out, and then I had to get rid of that pink roof that used to be on the outside. So I used my trusty sticky papers from Poundland, fixed that. Then I made a lovely office chair, which you'll have seen in part 1, using my favourite pins and some beads to make some very cool legs. And I did keep the desk, but I am going to upcycle that. And I did think I could do with just repairing this and making it look a bit more professional, because you can see where the edges fold over. So I've got some silver ribbon, and I thought I would just fix this chair up and make it look a little bit higher end than it was in part 1. So just got this ribbon and just using my multi-purpose glue, sticking it all the way round the edges, and I think that just elevates that chair just a touch more, and I think that looks really good. So that's the first thing I've done in my part 2 upcycle. As I say, if you watch part 1, you'll see that I did set up the office and bedroom area, and I did have this desk initially, but it was definitely too small, and I've got more room now. So I just got a piece of white card and cut a larger rectangle as the base or the top of the desk, and then I just got 4 pieces of card, cut them in half and then half again, and then wrapped them around a pen, and then again just glued them with my adhesive to make the chair legs. So it's a super simple desk idea, just using card, and then I just got my glue and then glued those legs on, and that looks like a fantastic desk. Not too fussy, really easy. I'm very happy with that. So that's my new desk, and now that's bigger now, so I'll take up more space in the office and I'll be able to fit everything on it much more comfortably. So that's going to go there underneath my sunflower picture on the wall there, and my chair sits at that beautifully now, and I can either tuck my chair in or have it out. There's plenty of room, and I think that looks really good. So let's put some stuff back on the desk. So there's my laptop that I made using a printable that I got off the internet and just stuck it on a piece of card. So I've had that for a little while. And the same with my pen pot. It's just some bamboo skewers, and I've just used some pen to colour them and put them in a lid from an aerosol. Got my little folder there, which is just a piece of nice paper folded. And then my new lamp is just a screw on top of a bead, and then some paper folded into a cylinder. And then I have stuck some of that marble effect sticky on it just to tie in with all the marble I have around the house. And as I say, the chair can go in or out at the desk, and I think that looks so much better. So I'm very happy with the new desk area and chair. Now I feel like I need to make a bit more of the office, because it's now got much more room in this attic space than it did downstairs. So I need to make some more furniture. So just using 2 pieces of poster board that I had left over, and as you can see there is some ripping on it where I've took it off. I don't know whether it used to be the wardrobe, I'm not sure, but I like to recycle rather than just throw things away, because nobody needs to see that underneath. Stuck my pins in, and that's quite good on the bottom. The top of this is a little bit ruined, so I might need to just sand that sticky up bit off and then cover that over, and then I can stick it in. So again, using my favourite sticky back plastic, I shall just cover that top piece, then it'll look like a piece of wood. So that's super easy. And then obviously I'll just stick the pins into it, and then I've got myself a fabulous new sort of bench shelving, which will fit nicely into the office, and also, as I say, make more of an office space rather than just a desk in a room. So that looks fantastic now, really pleased with that. And I'm going to put that in the corner or along the bottom of the sloped wall, I think. And I've got lots of books that I made previously when I first had an office in my old dollhouse, and I've kept those because they're always handy. And I'm just going to load them up on the bottom of the shelf, if I can get them in. So that's filled up that shelving now with all my books, and then on top I've got my notebook, so that can sit on there. And then I've got these little box files that I made previously. Again, just my fancy papers, and I just make a net and I fold them into a box. It's so simple, but looks really cute. And then that little box there that can have all sorts of like stationery and things that you need for the office storage. So that goes there, sort of fits nicely on the bottom of the slope, and it's a good space to fill. And as I say, it makes it look more like an office. The desk there, so simple, but looks great, and it's really lightweight and easy to put into place. And then I shall put my chair back and all my bits and pieces back on the desk. I'm really pleased with how that ribbon looks there. Definitely very stylish. Let's bring a few more things in to make it feel cosy, and a little bottle top with some faux florals in, another little bottle top there. They make handy little planters, and then that's just a plastic top off a perfume bottle or something like that, and I put some paper in it, and I just cut a little tiny bit off my actual faux florals. That's a brilliant thing for the dollhouse. You don't need big things. And that just fills that office space in, and I think it looks fantastic. Now I'm just going to make a little unit using 3 Tic Tac boxes, just gluing them together, because I've got a little room at the end of the bookcase area, and I thought, well, this could go there, but actually be sort of for the bedroom storage. So just sticking my marble effect sticky back plastic, so that'll match with the lamp that's on the desk, and I'm just done a strip round rather than covering it in a square, because sometimes you can end up with bulky sides then. So I thought if I just do one strip round one way and then another strip round the other way to cover it, try that, and that should work quite well. I always save my little Tic Tac boxes because they do make great little items for dollhouse projects. So it's a good thing to save up, because you can use them individually or you can glue them together like this. And it's just an easy way of making a cupboard or a box without having to make the box yourself out of the cardboard. And then also love these long silvery stickers. I use these a lot in the kitchen to create drawers and all sorts of places. So I'm just putting an edging on the front to make the drawers stand out, and just to cover the ending a little bit so it looks again a bit more professional, a bit more finished. And then I can actually use the Tic Tac boxes as my guide for the drawers when I stick them on with the silver. So now I need to make some drawer handles, and sequins are always a nice easy option. I thought I'll go with black because there's a lot of grey and black and white around, so I thought, well, black knobs on the drawers be perfect. So just sticking those on, and that'll finish that unit up beautifully. And as I say, I'll put it on the end of my office area, but I am sort of thinking it might be for t-shirts, socks, pants, that sort of thing, jumpers and things to store, because I actually don't have room for a wardrobe in this bedroom because of these sloped ceilings. So I thought if I make a little unit, at least I can put imagine that some things can be stored in there. As I like to recycle, I've got this nail varnish, black nail varnish left over, so I thought, well, I'll use it up to make a nice container. So using one of those wooden beads that I got in my little pot from the range recently, I'm just going to paint it black. It'll look lovely when it's finished. It'll be nice and shiny and glossy, and it'll be like a little pot. So I'm going to paint the base black, and then I'm going to put like a little bead on top as a lid. And that can go on top of the drawer unit that I've just made. So that'll look super duper. And then I'm just going to put a black sequin on the top to disguise the fact that that's a white bead. And then I'll stick that on the top of that bead. And then I've got myself a little jar that I can put things in. Or it could just be an ornament just to go on top of that unit. So that's another simple thing to make, and as I say, I do always like to use up my old nail varnishes, so it's a handy thing to do. And then I'm just going to make some lemons as we're in the summer, so I just got some white tack and then rolled it into a ball, and then I'm just wrapping some yellow tissue paper around, and then I'm going to put it in it's a little top off I think it was a sort of a champagne Prosecco bottle. I have used that. I did use it last year in the kitchen, so I thought, well, this can also go on top of that little unit. And I've got some teeny tiny little bits of greenery just to go in amongst to make them look a little bit more realistic, add a bit of interest to the bowl of lemons. Let's just put that unit into place then. So there it is, the little drawers, chest of drawers, and that can just go there at the edge, plenty of room for it, and then put my little jar on top. And then add, oops, Daisy, that's what's the trouble with little things. It's always a good idea perhaps to put a bit of blue tack on the bottom of that so it'll stick or even glue it on so it doesn't keep falling off. And then put the bowl of lemons on, and that just adds a bit of home decor, interior design to the bedroom, and I think it tops off that office area beautifully, but also adds to the bedroom. So it's kind of bringing it together, the office and the bedroom, as a duo rather than sort of two separate rooms. and I think the colour scheme of the pair flow nicely into each other. And I feel the bedroom area is so cosy, so you could work in your office, and then your bedroom area's a nice little haven to sleep in. Few other little new things I did in the bedroom area since part one. I got this furry jumper, which I've used quite extensively, cut it up into some extra bedding, put it in another little box that I made, and put that under the bench just to add something else. And then a bit of material that was left over I cut into pillows just to add that matching idea to the bed. So those two little things I've added. So let's have a look at the final outcome. So here we are then. Here's the first bedside table, just another one of those cardboard boxes that I made, and then I put a bit of felt on the top and a bit of stuffing inside to give it a bit more body. I've got my little fashion magazine that was a printable to put by the bed, and then I've got my little Starbucks mug that I did get off eBay, which I've used around the house quite a bit. And then that's the one bedside table that fits in perfectly there. As the roof slopes, it's hard to get lots of things in. Here's my bed. If you look back at previous videos, you'll see when I made it. It's really nice. Everything's glued in. But as I say, I've just added those pillows on just to tie in with the other bedding. And then my other bedside table, I've stuck these on so they don't keep falling off. Little plant crystal and a little picture that matches the other sunflower picture I have in the office. That brings the two rooms together. I have my light switches by the bed as well, which is handy. And then I just added another little faux floral, just snipped off a plant that I had and then put into a lid. So it makes a nice see-through vase. And then this tray I have made previously, and again glued those things on so they don't fall off. A couple of books, a candle, and another little plant, and that can be moved onto that bench at night time. And that bench made with my favourite pins, and ties in with all the marble. This rug I made previously as well. It was a printable, and then I just added the black tassels on, the cotton tassels, just to make it, give it a bit of extra element to it. And then there's my little box, and then the bedding that matches the pillows. And I think that just makes such a cosy space for the bedroom. And I'm really happy with how this has all turned out. So this is my big renovation for 2024. Had a big change around and moved the bedroom upstairs into the attic and the office. And I'm really pleased with how it's all come together. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And, stay tuned because there will be more Dollhouse renovations coming up. So, as always, thanks ever so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And if you have, thank you very much. It does mean a lot. Please give me a thumbs up, turn on notifications, drop me a comment, because I do love to hear from you. So, until next time, take care. Bye-bye.